Welcome, welcome back to The Change Starts Here. Today, we are talking about institutional trust, corruption exposure, and collective awakening. So, this is going to actually be a pretty serious podcast. Of course, we'll still have our laughs and stuff, but these are all things that are very concerning in this day and age. We're going to talk about the erosion of trust in political leadership. Um, Trump ratings are going down, but there's a reason for that. But everything we're going to talk about today is really about understanding the things that are that's happening in the world right now are actually raising us up to bring us together as a collective community, a spiritual community, and prepare for the change of new earth. We're also going to talk about the impact of elite corruption scandals on global perception and power, such as the Epstein files. We're going to talk about controversial immigration enforcement acts and deaths connected to federal agencies. We're going to talk about the psychological and the emotional toll of living in a climate of institutional distrust. So, once again, a little bit of a heavier conversation, but one that definitely needs to be had. And I'm going to start off with um, our president has really made a lot of interesting decisions. How do you think that that's affecting us as the United States and how we are viewed by other countries? Anyone? Anyone?
I don't know. It's chaos. Just pure chaos.
I agree.
I mean, his mouth runs one direction, and I think everybody's brain's going another one. Um, I wish he would shut up more and just do.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this as I voted for the guy.
You did. So you voted for Trump.
Yes.
Now, why did you vote for him?
His campaign promises, stuff, and I think he's failed on a lot of them. But he's come through on a few, and I don't know. Basically, he was promising, like any other politician ever does.
Did you feel like he personally had you in mind? I feel like a lot of people really felt like he was going to do something for them personally. I mean, did you feel that way?
Yes, in a way. I mean, the big thing for me was taxes on overtime till I figured out what it really was. Because I do work a lot of overtime, and that was important to me. Gas prices going down, everybody would love that. But with Iran going on, they all went back up.
Most definitely.
So, I mean, they haven't hit quite. They're probably about 50 to 60 cents lower than what they were when he took office, but he didn't get them under $2 like he promised.
Right. So now you had voted for him, and we're in the situation that we are now. Just very respectfully, how do you feel about your vote going for him? And if you had the opportunity to do it again, would you still vote for him?
That's a good question, because I didn't think there was really any candidates that were worth a darn at all. At all. I mean, give me something to vote for.
I understand that, but with the outcome that we are literally living in right now, would you vote for him again?
No. Point blank, no.
And
I
why?
voted for Mickey Mouse.
And what? You voted for Mickey Mouse. And why would you not vote for him again?
It wasn't like his first term. Not that his first term was great, but it was better than this one. His mouth ran a lot. He just didn't come through on promises that he was saying. So I just wouldn't vote for him again.
Okay. Now, my ladies, what is your input on this situation?
Well, for me, you want to go, Nicole?
No, go for it.
For me, I just think other countries are looking at us like with a question mark as to what happened to America.
Yeah.
You know, we were this so-called wonderful country that had it all together. You know, we were one of the superpowers of the world. And it's like we're taking off those rose-colored glasses right now. And I think that his presidency really had to happen in order for those glasses to come off.
Yes.
I think he is there because the pulling back of the curtain had to be done by him. And there's a lot of things that have been exposed. And now America sees it. Because I think, you know, a lot of us say, you know, Trump this, Trump that, Trump that. But for me, he doesn't have all that power. There are a lot of people that, you know, that are behind the curtains that are running things, you know. That really are running things. And I believe that, you know, of course, he's doing a lot of things that he wanted to have in place. He had his own agenda, but other people had their own agenda too. And they want to make sure that he fulfilled their agenda at the same time. But I just think it's a wake-up call for America because the curtain has been pulled back.
I couldn't agree with you more. I just I think you hit it spot on. My only addition to that is I think the most detrimental thing that Trump has done for our nation is he's made it acceptable. He's made it more acceptable for people to talk to each other the way they do, with the disrespect and the evilness and the name calling and the violence and on and on and on. I mean, from decades, you know, it's, I mean, even like on the Tonight Show, when Johnny Carson, they always made fun of the presidents.
Sure.
But I mean, look at the way people talked about each other back then versus now. And yes, that's an evolution of time and with things changing and whatnot, but he really, really set the bar at the bottom in terms of respect.
Mhm.
He just doesn't respect anyone.
Yeah.
He does think he's better than anyone.
Yeah.
Correct. That is correct. He does.
You know, and I mean, I know this isn't just specifically about one politician, but he just, I mean, it bleeds. And it's just, I think it poisons the entire world eventually. And and I just don't understand why we're allowing this to continue, because we are the laughing stock of the world.
Well, and I was reading a post from a woman in Canada, and she was saying, you as American people are just as responsible for the chaos that he's placing upon the entire world, because you are not doing anything about it. He's put a lot of people in fear. A lot of people are on high alert. A lot of people's nervous systems are just literally going crazy because you never know what's going to come next. He's not doing things in the constitutional way in which we are accustomed to. He does kind of go off the cuff, and it's, Kenny said it, it's just causing chaos. But more importantly, strangely enough, in a way, it's backfiring. I mean, let me say this. Everybody says, oh, Trump's not racist. I'm a woman of color, and I'm sorry, I can see a racist 1,000 miles away. And I do believe he is a racist. And I do believe that he would not treat me with respect, nor would he listen to me, nor would he give me the time of day. And frankly, I don't care. But I'm just saying, people, stop drinking the Kool-Aid. A lot of people have stopped, i.e. Kenny. He stopped drinking the Kool-Aid. But there is so much Kool-Aid to go around, and people are still grabbing for it. They will defend him. He can do something blatantly wrong, and they will defend him to the ends of the earth, which under a normal presidency, I can understand that. But I don't think this is a typical presidency. This is a presidency of change. I feel like before he came here, and I'm sure you four understand, and many of the people who are listening, we chose our lives. We chose the path. We chose the journey. We chose why we were coming here, and the circumstances that will surround our time here on earth. I truly do believe that he was put in place. He put himself in place. He doesn't remember this, but he put himself in place to create the change, the
Correct.
wake-up call, the siren, the alarms.
Yep.
The time is now, people. Wake up, come together, bring your communities together. Let's rise, not in violence. Let us rise in peace and as one to move forward during this huge spiritual shift.
Well, and I
agree.
think people are starting to recognize that it isn't just Trump. He's the puppet. I mean, he's just the puppet. And there are so many people behind the scenes that are creating this chaos. I mean, I don't think he knows what's going on half the time. And I don't mean that in a cognitive way. I just think that there's just that much chaos going on behind the scenes. And, you know, like we've talked about with religion and spirituality, you know, with technology and news and everything, we find out all this information instantaneously. So we are wising up to it, which is helping with the, you know, I think it's all kind of encompassed. We're all waking up. We're waking up to this presidency.
Not only this presidency, don't you think the entire balance of, as a whole, all of the people that are involved, we
Absolutely.
are getting more reports of, you know, reasons not to trust those in political power. And now we're questioning everything. And now we want to know the truth. And now we want all the files released. And now we want to know about the UFOs. And now, you know, it's like everybody's like clamoring to get their blinders off and to rip down the green screen and see what's really going on behind what they're showing us, because what they're showing us and what's really happening are two totally different things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, we were never meant to see what was going. We were never meant to know the truth about anything that was going on. It was supposed to be smoke and mirrors, and that's what we're getting. And, you know, so now we understand, you know, the play, understand, you know, what they intended to do, which was the opposite. So if they say they're going to do something, it is going to, the wake up is, it will be the opposite. Or if they say something happened and, or try to say that something was a lie, it is the truth. It's the reversal. And so now we just have to pay close attention to that, because they have an agenda. They have an agenda. and they're going to make sure that they carry out the majority of that agenda. And we go back and we talk about religion, we talk about spirituality, but a lot of times people they're not religious and they're not spiritual. Yeah, they certainly, but they are, because this group knows exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. And we're sitting back going, how could they do this? How are they doing that? Because especially with the Epstein's files, that's an agenda that's been going on for quite some time. And then this part right here where we are is just the tipping point.
Right. Because now so many names are connected that there's people's names connected to the files that we all loved and adored. And
their names have, but their names have been there. But those people whose names are connected, and let me see how to put this the correct way. They sought them out for very specific reasons, because it's just not about, people on a plane or on an island. You better believe it's way more than that.
This is blackmail. This is, this is big stuff.
It's big stuff. But it's big stuff in a spiritual way. And a lot of times I don't think they even understand how big that is.
Right.
And this may be going over some people's heads, but it's really big in a spiritual way.
Can you, for people who may not understand, can you expand on that?
Okay, let's go back and let's get off of immediate, and let's go back into the future. Think about the things. Do you guys remember like the Salem witch hunt?
Of course.
Where
I wasn't alive then, but yeah, I know the history.
Yeah, Kenny, I thought
Wasn't there,
I saw
but
you back then, but I'm sure. But think about like the Salem witch hunt. It wasn't about witches. It was about women. You know what I'm saying? It was about women. Yet that stigma sticks with that stigma.
Being the only guy here, I mean.
But it was about women, and it sticks with them. Or you can go back to the Knights Templars and go all the way back there. And their things that they were doing and their crusades and how they thought they were going to be protected by the Roman Catholic Church. Well, the Roman Catholic Church put out an order to kill all of the Knights Templars on Friday the 13th. That sticks with people. So all of these type of things really do align. A lot of times people don't know why these things, why the Salem witch hunt, why everybody's like, ooh, Friday the 13th. Because you have to go back in history. This type of stuff had just started. This has been going on for a long time, for a very, very long time. And so it's always about some type of religion, some type of power, and I'm not talking about power of control. I'm talking about God-like power.
Right.
God-like energies. That's what they want to attain to, and so they do everything.
I think that was, from the way it sounds, and obviously I wasn't there, but it sounds,
maybe
we all were.
Yeah, maybe we all were.
In another life.
I'm talking about Salem. I probably was there. I don't know, but I'm talking about now on going back to the Epsteins. I think a lot of their things that they're doing are ritualistic in order to gain access power to other things.
That's my point. That's exactly my point. That's the reason I said we can go back and keep going back in history, because this is not the first time that this has occurred. It's just on our radar because it's right here in our face.
Right.
This is just not it's the first time this type of stuff.
Right. And everything's a distraction. I mean, this
Yeah.
isn't even about Republicans and Democrats. It's
There you
all
go.
a distraction.
That's it.
It's
Smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
That's it. That is it.
But in the meantime, we've got a lot of people suffering from anxiety, suffering
Yep.
from fear, out and out fear as to what's going to happen, what's next, what's going to happen to my family, now we're going to bring in ICE to this too. People are afraid to go to school. People are afraid to go to work. People are afraid to step out of their homes. People are having other people go to the grocery store for them. When does this end? And why do we have to create such a mosh pit of fear and worry? A lot of people are saying, yes, ICE is the greatest thing. We're not going to have any more murderers, rapists, or anything because, of course, they're all from another country. But I know I watch a lot of murder mysteries every day. And there's a lot of people right here in the United States doing that same thing. So really what we're doing, I guess, is cutting down on outsiders from other countries doing it and just, give our own people the opportunity to have more victims. Just kidding. But you know what I'm trying to say? It's like, honestly, you guys, when I'm out in public, more people talk to me in Spanish than they do in English. If there is a lost person in New York, and this actually happened, and they can't find their way to something, they come to me. They'll start asking, and then I'll politely say, I'm so sorry, I don't speak Spanish. And they still respond to me in Spanish. I had to go back and check my birth certificate to make sure that I am biracial. I don't want to be taken out of my own country, guys. But the reality is, I guess is what I'm saying is how these things are affecting our people in our country and causing such fear. And then we're allowing ICE to go above and beyond the rules and can impede death even upon people with no punishment. Where does this end?
I don't think it's just ICE, but they're partly to blame. I think it's the powers that are above them. They are giving free rein. I mean, you let go of the rein on a horse while you're riding him at full throttle, he's going to go where he wants to go.
Yep.
And well, that costs lives. That you take away, I don't know, human decency. I don't know. I don't know how to explain that, but you just take away rights and decency and morals, which we're suffering from anyway. A lot of people don't have them. I'm not saying everyone, just a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They're not. I don't think they're taught like we were, in our day. So you take all that away and you reap what you sow. Anyone?
I agree. Yeah, you have to have some type of order, if you want to go back biblically. Even Moses said, these are your commandments, you got to have some type of order.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you just do whatever if you go to work every day, there are ways that you have to do things. There are processes that are in place to make sure, you're safe, people around you are safe. There's a way, you have an HR department. You just can't let people out there and run buck wild and set their own rules and their own laws and regulations and not have to even show who they are. Who does that? And you just allow that person into your space or into your home. None of us will ever do that. You knock on the door, they say, I really ask, who is it? Do you know that person? If you don't know them, don't let them in.
Right.
But we're just supposed to let them in and let them take control of our loved ones and people in our communities, and just take them anywhere, and God knows what's happening to those people. No, because you wouldn't want that to be done to you. You wouldn't want that to be done to your family. You know, there's a way to do everything. If people aren't supposed to be here, then there's a process. It's a process that's in place, and it's been in place.
Well, and I'm very happy to see that there are judges and people standing up who are in power to try to stop the practices in which they are practicing under.
Yeah, this is barbaric.
Right.
You would not want that done to you. You just wouldn't.
But you know what, I find that's even more important, and it goes back to bringing our communities together, is that not only would we not want to see it happen to us, we don't want to see it happen to our fellow American citizens.
Right.
Because what is done unto them can be done to any of us. And I think it just proved it when, at first it was supposedly, what was it? Hispanic people, people getting them out of the country.
Mm-hmm.
But two Caucasian people were also killed. And I think that escalated the fear and the focus of, okay, this isn't what they're saying. This is anybody who doesn't follow the rules.
But we don't even know what those are.
Right.
The rules are.
But it ended up, what happened? Let's look at Minnesota. What's happening? What happened? Brought people together.
Yeah, it did.
Brought people
It
together.
did. Because our name of this country starts with the United.
That's right. And
We are the United States.
Yes.
So we have to be in union with our fellow American. It's just common sense. But I know common's not common, but
right. Well, it should be.
And see, I think the whole political scope is dividing us. They're giving you a piece of this and you a piece of this to keep us from uniting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that is all we really want, is to be united, to love one another, to get along, to make our lives go. We're here for so long. That's it. I mean, maybe the next life we'll get another chance to make things better, but in this one, it's chaos. It's I'm going to throw a net out and I might catch this fish and this fish, but this other one might slip right through. He's a smaller one. It's how do I pit you and you against each other?
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're doing. I mean, anymore today, I don't watch a lot of news. I catch the clips. I'm done. Anything else is conversation from one person to the next. I make my own opinions, but I don't voice them because I'm tired of it.
Right.
But that's the thing, Kenny. You don't want to be silenced. When you need to speak up, speak up. When you need to, say something, say it. When you need to do something, do it. You don't want to live in a cycle of fear. They are not. They're not. And we shouldn't live in a cycle of fear either.
No. I pick my moments.
Yes, that's correct. because change is inevitable. It is happening.
Always.
We just, yes, every day, and we welcome it because we get up every day to a new day, which is has changed from the day before, and tomorrow will be different also.
Right.
So we want change in our life. We do.
Well, I think that, with the Epstein files, with Trump, with ICE, with the war in Iran, I really do believe that there is a purpose to all of it. That is not negative. That is actually powerful, positive.
Yep.
Because ultimately, it's going to make us rise.
Yes.
It's going to make us come together in our neighborhoods and in our communities and in our cities and in our states and ultimately the world. And we're not the only ones. The United States is not the only ones going through it.
This entire world is going through it.
Yes, exactly. The entire world is going through it. And I'm not saying it's going to be pretty or, just all roses. But I'm saying what we go through is going to definitely make us stronger. It's going to make us recognize who is in our tribe. It's going to make us lean on one another. It's going to make us focus on maybe sometimes survival, but it'll be survival together with the people we know we can cleave to. And like I said, it's going to eventually make us rise. We're going to change vibrations. What we're talking about tonight in a peaceful way, without fear, just conviction. Other people are stuck in front of the TVs watching what's going on with emptiness and complete hopelessness.
Fear in their hearts. Because they're pressing World War III.
Right. So
New scare.
who's your level of vibration? We could be in front of the TV right now too.
Right.
What are you choosing to put your energy towards?
Because we've been chosen to be here, like you said, Laura, at this moment, at this particular time. And so for every soul that's out there, you chose this also. You chose to be here. Now, and everybody in this world has free will. And how you choose to be here is up to you. Whether you choose to live in a chaotic state, a degrading state, a racist state, meaning state of mind, state of who you are, a state of being, or you choose to be in a loving, uplifting state of mind, state of being. You want to help see change because we're still all connected. All of us look different. I guarantee you, if we cut one of us you cut all three of us, it's gonna bleed red. It is. It's gonna bleed red.
Most definitely is.
You're right.
Yep.
Yeah. I want everybody to cling to internalize hope. And somewhere in there exude peace. And above all, I want people to show love. Because like I always say, in the end, that's all there is love.
That's it. That's all of us desire, is that even the ones that are evil, at some point in their life, they still desire to be loved.
That's right.
That's changing our vibrations from me looking at Laura or me looking at Harriet. That's changing my vibrations so
Yes.
you feel that.
Yes. Yes. Yes, Kenny.
Yeah, that's really where we are. And even though we could go on for hours or debate for hours or share opinions for hours, the truth is that we are all one, not just here in the United States, but throughout the world. And if we all come together with prayer, with meditation, with our hearts, with our minds, and focus on a brighter tomorrow, we can rise. And we don't have to walk down the dark path. We don't. If we come together and focus on a brighter tomorrow, we literally can change what we experience.
Yes.
Agreed.
And Kenny, you were just seeing it by looking at Laura, by looking at me, your vibration changed. So that's the purpose of this. So, tonight when we get off, we can, do our routines and our rituals, but just make sure, however you do it, if it's going to be prayer, if it's going to be meditation, the vibration will be the same as long as it's good. The intent is good. And we can do that, and we can still reach others through our vibration and make sure that we keep our vibration high.
Yes.
And for those who are really struggling, for those who are truly fearful but want to be led down the path to find peace, reach out to us. We're right here. We're willing to talk to you. We're willing to align with you. We're willing to hear you so that you can expel all of the things that are inside that are making you feel uncomfortable and unstable. And we will help you find your stability again.
Right. There's 160 some odd years of experience between us three. Most of it's Laura's, but we won't talk about that.
Oh my goodness. It is. And really, is there anything more to say?
No, love and light. Love and light. It's the only way.
Love and light. You are loved. And not only as humans do we love you, but most importantly, God loves you, and He will not forsake you. Not for a moment, not for a second, never.
Pay it forward.
Yes.
You see a guy hungry, don't give him $10. Give him something to eat.
Yes.
Pay it forward.
Pay it forward. Love it.
Would do the same.
Yes.
We love all of you, and we thank you for joining us today. Please reach out to us. Please follow us. Please like us. Please comment, because together, and only together, can we make a change. Everybody enjoy your evening.
Night.
Thank you.